on the side of the barrier. You just walk over here for me.
Alright, get your hands off.
Okay.
You need to get hands off. Yeah.
You just walk over towards the barrier.
No.
You're on private property, you're on private
Right,
property.
can I just explain? I had a look. I couldn't see any signs anywhere. I'm just trying to save the barrier. Yeah, but the barrier's not across the pavement.
Okay, fine. Jog on then. Not a problem. Jog on. Right, well, if you're not going to listen, you came out very nice. If you want to start being obnoxious, stupid, please just not listening to what I've got to say.
Hi guys, Expose and Educate. Welcome back to the channel. Today we're in Talkworth Manor at the moment, but we're just going to be going into a local D category prison to see if they respect our rights to film in public and to film anything we can see from a public accessible area. Category D open prison. Can't really see too much because of the foliage. We will endeavour to get some better shots when we get up to the wall area. So if you like what we're doing, guys, please click like, click share, and of course, as everybody always asks, if you could click subscribe, we'd very much appreciate it. Just remember, it doesn't cost you anything to subscribe, and it does help us to get out and about and get some more footage for you and stuff. So this is obviously this side or the back of the building with the accommodation blocks. It's not really worth zooming in at the moment because of the foliage and the fence. Don't really think you get a very good image. So I'm going to drop it here for a bit, guys, walk up a bit further and we'll pick it up in a bit. So guys, HMP Lay Hill, Category D prison for men. As you can see, it's a very, very low wall. Very easy to get over if you had the mind to. Now originally this was part of Talkworth Court, which was a Royal Naval base in the early part of the war, and then was handed over to the United States Army for a hospital. A lot of buildings were housed on this site, and when it was converted to a prison in 1946, the inmates at that time were living in wartime buildings. It was rebuilt in the late 70s, early 80s. As you can see, they're having some work done now. So we're going to go up a little bit further. There was a damning report in 2002 by the Chief Inspector of Prisons, and he criticised Lay Hill for failing to prepare the inmates for release. When you think it's a DCAT, it's meant about resettlement in the community. That's a bit of a shocking report. I'm hoping over the years that's changed. What was worse though was in that report it claimed that the staff had no clear idea of their role within the prison. Well, that's shocking. That is absolutely disgusting. So let's hope they've had better training. In May 2006, it was revealed that more than one inmate a week was absconding from Lay Hill. And statistics showed that 66 prisoners had walked out in the 2005-2006 financial year. So we'll have a little ask to see if those figures have changed. This looks like a bike shed, but is originally part of the old World War II building. In September 2016, more than 60%, that's 60% of the prisoners at Lay Hill were convicted sex offenders. And that was due to be increased to 90% in June 2017. Reports of drugs and alcohol being handed over the low walls and often collected by the prisoners at night when they're meant to be locked up have riddled the local area, and you can ask people and they'll all tell you the same thing. It goes on all the time. It's got a population of 532 as of June 2009, which means over 450 prisoners here are probably sex offenders, looking at the 90% rate. They have had a few notable inmates here. Ali Desire, former Met Police Commander, was here. Leslie Grantham, as most people know as Dirty Den from EastEnders, he served some time here. In fact, I've heard tell that this was where he got into acting, and on leaving Lay Hill got his first role in EastEnders. Chris Hume, Lib Dem former cabinet minister, was here. And Elmore Davies, former head of the drug squad Merseyside. So police officer, he got 5 years for corruption. And of course, they don't tend to send certain types of inmates to certain places, do they? Because we all know what happens. So yeah, this is the entranceway. Lay Hill have got a coffee shop now, breakfast, late lunch, cakes, and a takeaway option, so we might grab a coffee in a minute. I'll follow the arrows up there because I could do with a coffee, to be honest. Respect, honesty, empower, care and pride. A great mantra to follow. So we can't go in this way, guys, authorised personnel only, so that's fine, we'll obviously respect that. Equal opportunity statement. Prison wholeheartedly supports the principle of equal opportunities. There's the Prison Act 1952, obviously you know all the offences there. Non-smoking establishment, good to hear. So no unauthorised access there. And obviously CCTV in operation, which is a good thing. So we'll have a little wander up this way, see what we can see. I've just noticed actually before we go up, we've got an old roller just here that's obviously been cut out. Look at that, guys. HMP Lay Hill, 1946 to 2021, 75 years of locking people up. That's amazing. Wonder if the inmates made it or whether it was something else. So anyway, let's have a little wander up. They've got a conference centre by the look of it. So we'll have a wander up here. Find out where the coffee shop is. Here we have a Lay Hill staff garden. So obviously they can come and sit out here and enjoy the sun when it's shining. Nice little area. Lovely little area.
Oh mate, what are you filming?
Sorry?
I don't want my face on camera, what are you filming?
That's fine, you don't have to have your face on camera, buddy.
Well, don't point it at me then.
Well, don't approach me or talk to me.
You're on a prison.
Yes, I am, yeah.
We're just wondering why.
I'm filming.
Yeah, but why?
Well, my interest is the story that it used to be an army hospital
Right,
back in the war.
Right, you've got loads of cameras pointing at me at the moment, mate.
These aren't switched on. These only get switched on if I
All
come
right,
across
well,
trouble. So
Come
I can put it on if you like.
Do you get cross trouble much, yeah?
Well, sometimes we get people that don't understand the law. Happy to educate. You don't seem that interested?
No, I just don't want to be filmed.
That's fine.
And it's a bit weird that you're taking
You are
film
aware
on.
that there is no right to privacy in a public accessible area?
Right, I don't really care, mate. I don't want it to be filmed.
You don't
telling
care.
you,
I'm trying to
I'm
help
telling you,
you
I don't want to
understand
be
that
filmed.
what I'm doing is fine.
I'm telling you, I do not want to be filmed.
Okay.
That's it. That's
And what am I
I'm
meant
saying.
to do with that?
Don't film me. I don't know. It's not
Well,
rocket
why
science,
did
is
you
it?
speak to me? You saw I had a camera.
That's right.
I don't quite
Okay.
understand.
No, just interested in what you're doing, filming
And
staff
I've
cars and
told
stuff.
you. No, I'm not filming staff
Well,
cars
you were.
at all.
You were pointing down there.
No, I was coming up there to the garden.
Right.
It was only when I heard you call, I turned my camera this way.
No, it was
So
pointing this way.
don't try and make things
Mate,
up.
it was pointing this way.
It wasn't.
Yes, it was. Otherwise, I wouldn't have said anything.
Well, I guess
Okay,
you've
listen.
got your own opinion, slightly twisted, but I understand why.
Okay, don't. I'm entitled to my own opinion.
You are entitled to
You
your
were
own
pointing
opinion.
this way. That's why I said, please don't film me.
Oh, so we've
All
got
right.
a please now. At least that was something, because that wasn't what you
Oh.
said originally. If you'd have been nice to start
I
with,
was nice to start with. What
I
did
would
I
have
say that
filmed
wasn't?
elsewhere.
What did I say that
don't
wasn't?
get too close, mate. There is
I'm
still
not.
COVID about.
Oh yeah. Oh, okay. Where's your mask?
I'm outside.
So don't get too
There's
close
still
to
a
me.
distance to be kept,
Okay,
isn't
deal
there?
with him.
Deal with him. If he's coming to speak to me, I'll be more than happy
I
to.
doubt he's going to speak to me, is he?
Well, I don't know.
Fucking film it. Mate,
I'm what?
you
Sorry.
pointed the camera at me.
Sorry.
I don't want you
Say
to
that
film.
again. Did you swear?
No.
You didn't. I
No.
think the mic would have picked it up. Very professional.
probably.
Thank you for that.
Well, I've asked you not to film me, and you stood there pointing in my face
Because you engaged with me.
because you pointed your camera at me.
No, I didn't.
Yes, you did.
Listen,
Otherwise, I would not have said
The
anything.
camera doesn't lie, buddy.
Okay. Well, when you get back, have a look.
I will.
And go. Oh, I did catch him. I did see him on camera before he spoke to me.
No,
You
I was
look.
filming the garden. But thanks for being so rude.
You okay, sir?
Hello, sir. How are you?
Yeah, I'm very well, thank you.
Good. Your
That's
name
what-
is, please?
I
Just so
am
as I know who I'm talking
CM
to.
Cook.
CM
Cook.
Cook. Is it CM the rank or?
It is, yes.
It is.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
What does it stand for?
Custodial manager.
Oh right. Okay. So
Yeah.
you're one of the top fellas.
I won't go that far, but yeah, when it's just, yeah. What was
Okay.
your name, sorry?
I'm Bob.
Bob, nice to meet you.
LY172. Just for my record.
No
these,
worries.
These aren't recording, by the way.
Yeah,
These
that's
are
fine.
just probably like
This one
you,
isn't recording either,
for
so.
my personal safety.
Yeah.
If I get people that are a little bit over the top, shall we say?
Yeah, obviously, some staff don't want to be filmed.
Of course.
Um,
And if he'd have been polite, as I walked up here, I was filming the lovely roller, I was filming the garden. As I got to there, he shouted at me, so I turned round and started to film him. So we got somebody else wants to join in. Sorry, say again, I can't hear.
You were filming people coming out of the door. Right?
Actually,
Don't point
I
your
wasn't.
camera at me, chump.
Actually,
Listen,
I wasn't.
understand CCTV more than you do.
Do you
Back
really?
off. Turn that camera away. All right. You
Well,
were
why did
filming
you feel
me.
the need to join in?
You were filming me as I walked out of that door.
I wasn't.
Yes, you
I
were.
was filming the signage. But thanks for your input. Yet again, more ignorance. I am sorry about that, sir. Shall we have a walk this way? Because
Yeah,
I'm actually
lovely.
trying to find your cafe. Unless I'm barred from there.
the coffee's actually it's closed at the
Oh,
minute.
typical. Okay, you don't mind if I film you, do you?
No,
Thank you.
no
Shall
issue
we
at all.
just stand over here a bit
Yeah,
and
it's
then
fine.
we're...
I've only come out on my lunch. I've just come out. Obviously, you've got a camera and stuff. We always come out and ask. I can't stop you from filming the outside of the prison. But all I'm going to say to you is you're probably well aware of the rules and regulations with him filming inside there. Obviously, some staff won't want to be filmed. Do you know what I mean? But
I've
got no
gathered
issue.
that.
Yeah. So
Although he didn't make himself known, but I saw a keychain, so I assumed he was
no
staff.
problem. Obviously, that's why you get some resistance. Obviously, there's a lot of things around publicity,
course.
especially with the heightened state that we're in at the moment. I just wanted to come out kind of to see why you was filming. Obviously, I can't stop you from filming the outside of the prison, but
Sure.
I just ask you if you're around the front of the prison, please do not film inside because obviously you'll know that's a breach of
I
the
respect
security
what
stuff.
you're asking.
Yeah,
I'll tell you what I'm doing, because I like to be open with people.
yeah, no problem.
This used to be, I'm not so sure this bit, at the start of the war when the Royal Navy had Tortworth,
That's it. Yeah, you got it.
but then it went over to the Americans.
Mhm.
I'm very interested in the World War II and the American,
Perfect.
it was a hospital. I didn't realise at first that this was part of it as well.
Yeah,
So I've come round to have a look. I know that it was updated in 1946 and became a prison,
Mhm.
and then it was done up at the late 70s, early 80s.
yeah.
I know it's a category D, which means they're open, they can climb the very substantial wall that you've got. But as I've got you here, there's a couple of questions. I read a report on this place.
Mhm.
It's quite old. Can I just read it to you?
Yeah, of course,
I
can.
like to make a few notes when I go to places.
Mhm.
You might not be able to comment.
Most things I won't be able to, but I've got no issue
Well,
with
it's not
you
security
running things by.
related.
No, that's
or
fine.
anything.
Yeah.
So, in 2002, so quite old.
Before I got here, then, so I might
Yeah.
not be able to.
Yeah, you were still at school then, weren't you?
Probably, yeah.
A report by the Chief Inspector of Prisons criticised Leyhill for failing to prepare inmates for release.
Okay.
Now, I'm hoping you've got a better plan in place nowadays.
Yeah, there should be an up-to-date version on since we've had an inspection, I'd imagine, so it should all be on there.
I couldn't find anything, but
Yeah.
I'm going to go back and have a look at it.
Yeah, no worries.
The more damning thing for me was the report also claimed the staff had no clear idea of their role at the prison. Now
I
I'm
think
assuming
that's a little bit outdated as well.
I
What
was
we're going back
gonna
to
say.
2002, that's nearly 10 years ago, isn't it? Now coming up to 2022.
nearly 20 years.
Well, yeah, 20 years. Sorry,
Yeah,
yeah, my
so-
maths there. So
So I figured it would be outdated. So I just want, if you can, confirm that you are doing things to get people back into the
we are
to the
yeah.
main domain
So
of public life and all that sort
that's
of
what our
stuff.
purpose is here. Obviously, I don't want to go too far into
Of
it.
course, no,
but
that's
obviously
fine.
all the up-to-date stuff will be
Yep.
disclosed with all the
Sure.
stuff. But that's why we're still running. We're at the establishment. That's
Yeah.
what we do is reintegrate people into
Are
society.
you still having the same amount of people walking out, absconding, I think they call it?
Again, all that will be able to be found on
Okay.
the internet. Stuff I don't really want to disclose.
No, that's fine.
Now
That's-
because
I respect that.
all right.
That's
But yeah,
no problem.
again, I just wanted to come and kind of touch base with you, see
Yeah,
what you were
yeah.
filming.
One last question
Yeah,
before I
go
let
on.
you go.
No problem.
Seeing as the coffee shop shut.
Yeah.
I understand that you had 60% sex offenders at one stage and it went up to 90%.
Again, something I wouldn't want to comment
Now, I
on.
obviously understand
The
they
per-
need
Yeah, that's fine.
to serve their time.
Just going back to what you said you were originally filming, Bob, you said you were interested about the
Most
walking.
definitely.
This is more turning into kind of question time around
Only
the jump.
because somebody approached me.
Yeah,
and
that's
I'm
fine.
just interested
Again,
in the way that
No worries.
prison
It's
life
something
goes.
I wouldn't want to sit
Nope,
here and have a conversation
that's
with you about. As
absolutely
I've said,
fine.
I've just come out with my lunch, but I've
Of course.
obviously been told it's someone with a camera.
Yeah,
So, but look,
that's fine.
I'll let you go on about your business with your interests and stuff. But all
Lovely.
the stuff, if you want more information, I'm sure if you write into the prison,
Brilliant.
if I want to disclose
The
it,
final
they
thing
would.
I'm going to say is
Yep.
you're fully aware of public photography laws.
Yes.
So you know that if I'm filming from a public accessible place,
Yeah.
I can actually film into the prison grounds.
Yeah, that's fine. As long as
I
you're fully
have
aware
done
of
that just on the housing blocks as I came down the road. I
Yeah,
just
that's
want you
fine.
to be fully aware of that.
No
'cause,
worries.
Obviously,
that's why I've come
that's
out
something
to-
that upsets
Yeah.
people.
Again, we've had a lot of people come in the past
Yeah.
where there's obviously a lot of stuff on social media
Sure.
these days where people
Yeah.
get quite anti. I know that there's all different kinds of laws.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say I'm an expert on them.
No,
I'm au fait around them. Obviously, you'll probably know a lot more about them than
I wouldn't
will.
say that necessarily.
But again, filming around here, I can't stop you. Like you said,
Brilliant.
we've got a coffee grounds in here.
Yeah.
People are allowed to park in here and at
Is
the
it
top.
due to open or is it just closed?
I
for
think
the
it's
day?
closed at the minute.
Okay.
I'm not sure of the circumstances, but yeah,
No worries. No
I
worries.
think it would be due to staffing more. So
Okay,
but,
brilliant.
Yeah, enjoy the rest of your day. Well,
Thank you
for
very
your
much.
time. I'll do you one
Yeah,
of those
one of
as we're in
those.
COVID times.
Appreciate your time.
No worries.
Appreciate your professionalism.
No problem.
Maybe you could pass it on to some of the work staff. I don't like being sworn at. I
No.
don't swear at people.
I appreciate that again.
You know. And honestly, if you watch this video when it goes up, you'll see I was walking up, looking at the garden. I was heading for the cafe, and if I hadn't have been spoken to, I wouldn't have turned the camera. But obviously,
No
for
problem.
my safety, somebody engages. This is straight on them.
Yeah, that's
I
fine.
didn't turn these on, as I said, because I didn't feel
Yeah,
that I was.
I can't
supposed
talk
to.
for all
No,
staff,
of
but
course.
all days I'll come and
No, I
speak
really
to you.
appreciate it.
No problem.
Am I
All right.
all right? Just going up this little bit.
Yeah, it's fine. Again, this is all car parking up here,
Lovely.
but
Oh.
again, no
Yep.
problem. All right.
Brilliant. Thanks very much.
Cheers.
Cheers now. There you are, guys. After the brief encounter with the ignorant works staff, very nice officer came out. Very happy to talk, very happy to explain things, although he didn't know why the coffee shop wasn't open. If we do a revisit, it'll be open, we can grab a coffee. So here we've got the Gov Facility Services Limited. Apparently they're looking for plumbers, electricians, carpenters, cleaners and stores people to help maintain the prison. And there's a website there if you fancy working for them, guys. Must be honest, never heard of Gov Facility Services Limited. This is the domestics visitors area. It says welcome. Well, the first guy who spoke to me didn't. Body worn cameras in operation. Nice old chair there. Have you experienced COVID? Standards. Not sure what this old chair is for. I could give it a much better home than that. That's for sure. Big old mast. So we go back round this way. So professional visits are this way. We will just check the, I don't know if there's a need to. Yeah, there we are. we'll make our way back around the front, guys. Say our goodbyes. Massive old tree. Good to see that survived the storms. Could have caused a few problems though if that had come down, that's for sure. You see how close it is to this building. Look at that. Absolutely massive. If that came down, that would cause a hell of a problem. So, a little sign here tells you about. Ah, right, okay, so it's a conservation area. Fairly difficult to read. It sort of tells you about the sort of stuff you can see. Obviously we've got a pond as well, and there's a walk through the woods. So the drivers are to remain in their vehicles until they reach the barrier. Drivers may then book in at the gate window. So red pavers are set. I don't think we can go any further than here, so I'll just give you a final scan, and then we'll final scan as we go round, and then we can leave. So not really much you can see, guys. Motorcycle parking over there. So yeah, plenty of parking for the staff and everyone. So there we go. Investors in people.
You can't film into the prison, man. You have to stand
I've
down,
just
mate,
spoken
okay?
to your boss actually, and he said it's
I know,
okay.
but you can't film into the prison.
He's just told me it's okay.
From over there?
No, from here.
Not on here.
No, from here. Do you want to check with him? Oh, rude bugger. Are they always so rude in there? Ladies? Hello? You don't want to speak either then? Okay. Well, it's a good job I had his name really, and I can come back and report to him. So, there we go guys, you can see up into it, you can't see a lot. So yeah, so what we got here, we've got HMPPS diversity and inclusion. We insist on respectful and decent behaviour from staff. That's interesting. So there we go guys, there's the old gatehouse. HM Prison Service, we could leave them there I think, and we can get on our way. So one would have to say it would have been a pass if it had been up to the prison officer who came out, but as for the works department, swearing and all the rest of it, especially when their sign says respect, I think it's a bit of a Mickey tape. You decide guys, leave the comments, click like, obviously click share if you like what we're trying to achieve. We've got loads more places to visit coming up, so we will probably be back for a revisit, but for now, expose and educate. Catch you on the next one.
Over the wall we go, oh, coppers and harness. Over the wall we go, leave 'em a note saying wish you was here. I know all the best ways to break out of here. I helped a young laddie called Ivan. I bundled him over the wall last night. Then he climbed back and he grabbed me tight. He uttered some words that I can't say to you, 'cause he remembered that he was a screw. Over the wall we go, oh, coppers and harders. Over the wall we go, leave 'em a note wishing Happy New Year.
My name it is Henry, some say I'm thick. I spent half my life in and out of Nick. Me mum sends me presents to keep me in style. Soggy old cakes and hundreds of files. Yeah, I sussed all them files, I'm a clever young man. Now I'm just stupid with manicured hands.
over the wall we go. Oh, coppers and harness, over the wall we go. Nobody's left and the screws are in tears. 33427.
Yes, sir.
33428.
Yes, sir.
33429. 33429, where is he?
He went out for a cup of tea at the local football match, sir. Oh, well, he might have invited me.
Over the wall we go. Oh, coppers and harness, over the wall we go. Nobody's left and the screws are in tears.
We tried digging tunnels but gave up the ghost. Just past the canteen, 10 yards at the most. Our limbs was aching, we felt pretty pooped. Our clothes they was tatty, our avos did droop. We crawl back to safety, our hearts filled with gloom, 'cause we dug ourselves through to the smallest room.
Over the wall we go. Oh, coppers and harness, over the wall we go.
Leave 'em a note wishing Happy New Year.
Hello, who is it?
33429, Gov.
Oh, hang on a minute.
Hello, Sonny Jim. Been wondering where you were. Have you had a nice Christmas?